Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to be installing the Diode Stage Series hitch mount. This is their C1R light. It features a fourth brake light, a running light, and a reverse light. Here's what you get in the box. This is a C1R light right here. You got those little tabs that'll click in and secure it inside your hitch receiver. Alternatively, you can cut those off so that you can use a locking pin, which you're going to see me use here shortly. This is your harness, connects to the OEM one, and it also comes with a fuse tap in case you get an issue with your trailer warning or if you're using it on a vehicle that doesn't have the 7-way plug. I picked up the Reese Towing Tactical Dog Bone trailer hitch lock. It's got this cool push button set up and a quick detach. This thing's pretty neat, well built. And once it's locked, you can spin it freely so you can get your key in no matter what angle you get this thing on, no matter how tight of a space. And you got a waterproof cap right there too. Everything's protected. On the light itself, you got these two tabs on either side. You just kind of lift up on it and cut right around the edge of the rounded piece. I'm using some flush cutters from Milwaukee right here. And just snip those off. That way the locking trailer pin will slide right through there. Secure it. There's the second side. Let's go ahead and snip that up. There you go. Pin will slide right through. Time to get the install started. It's super easy. So on my setup, I have my license plate light right here from Rig Supply. You can just follow that wire up and you'll see the trailer harness right there on the back of your 7-way connection. I showed the tape right here and I end up taking it off. You do not have to take that off. You just squeeze on the left side of it, right about where my thumb is now. So squeeze it real tight and then you'll be able to lift up and pull that off. You don't need to remove this tape. Once you give that a good old squeeze, you can slide it right off. There you go. I'm going to snip off that excess tape here in a second. Here's your Diode harness. The fat end is going to plug into the harness itself that you just disconnected, and then the short end is going to go into the truck mount right there. Right here where the plug-in is, you're going to pop that into the factory connection. Make sure you hear a click, and then just give it a little tug, make sure it's locked in all the way. As you're making these connections, just make sure you don't pull on anything too hard or bend any wiring. You're going to want to also eyeball where you're going to secure these with a zip tie. Here I'm going to cut off that tape that I unwound. Again, you don't have to remove that tape at all. You can just squeeze and pull it off. Now you can start routing the Deutsch plug-in. That's going to plug into the back of your new Diode light. We'll route that over to the hitch through the back. Make sure you got plenty of cable. Go ahead and organize this where nothing's getting kinked. And we'll plug up that connection to the OEM bracket for the trailer plug right there. Make sure you hear it click into place. Do a little tug, make sure it's secure. And now it's basically just cleaning up the wires afterwards. So now we're going to go ahead and start routing all that wire. Make sure everything's tucked up nice, nothing's getting pinched again. Switch the camera around over here so you can kind of see the other view. Here I'm going to put some electrical tape back around where I ripped the original tape off, just to make sure that that coping piece doesn't come off there. Again, you can skip this step if you didn't pull the tape off. And next we're going to go ahead and start securing everything. Let's bounce it around this way. Get a zip tie on here. Zip. I wouldn't snip everything down all the way yet. For running a Deutsch connector plug over here, you can actually slide a zip tie up through this little U-shaped piece of steel. There's enough of an opening where you can slide it alongside there. It'll go all the way through, and then you can secure your wiring that way. Zip zap, and we're almost done here. Next, you're going to grab your light right here. Make sure the flat piece looks like a tail on will be toward the top, just like that. Slide it in from the back side of the car toward you. And put your Deutsch connector on. Go and take that waterproof cap off of there. You could remove this all the way. I left mine on just in case I pull it out to use some recovery points on the back. Push it until it clicks. And if you're not using a locking pin, you'll just slide that light in, it'll click in place. Since I am using a locking pin, this is where we're going to go ahead and install that. Just want to line up the hole. One in through the hole right there. Then you take your locking piece and snap it on the end. And when I set up the light, sits pretty flush with the Hitch receiver. Go ahead and slide that 5/8 Reese dog bone trailer lock connector from a boober in there. Okay, here's a view from below. This is where you connect to the factory harness. And then I've got it zip tied to my wiring. It goes to my license plate light. That's tied up here to this point. And then I secured some zip ties, actually right here, and around the harness itself. Goes into the back of the light. And there's our trailer plug. Nice clean install, super easy. Alright, enough yakking, here we go. Let's go ahead and start this up. Here's what your brake lights look like. Here's brake lights again, running light, reverse light. And the install is complete. Now we'll get some night shots. If you're looking for a good latch for your bumper, I highly recommend these E3 machine compression latches, ultimate compression latch. Here's what the Diode Dynamics C1R looks like from behind on my Shrockworks bumper. It even flashes when you lock and unlock your vehicle. Here's a before night shot with my Morimoto XB Gen 1 taillights. That's just reverse lights right there. You basically have to have your brakes on to be able to see anything behind you. And now here's what the Diode Dynamics C1R. You can see there's much more flood and light right in the center where you need it.
Hey, is that Ryan? What are you doing out here by the highway? Why are you dressed like a girl? Because I'm about to get this in my girl right yard sale.
For comparison, here's the Morimotos again. This is the reverse light by itself, and my license plate light put out more light on the ground than the reverse lights did. And here's the new Diode Dynamics C1R. You can see it really lights everything up behind you. It's a great job, and it keeps the light low so you're not blinding everybody. And here's some night shots as well. You see it flashes when you lock and unlock your vehicle. There's the brake lights. There's just the running lights. Brakes again. And a reverse light. The pod will also strobe when you have your flashers engaged, but not the turn signals. So I hope you enjoyed this install video. It honestly took twice as long to make this video than it did to even install it. It should take you about 5 minutes to install this thing. It's so easy. So we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to use code POORRUNNER for free shipping at diodedynamics.com, and we'll see you out there.